Dune slacks are wet depressions found in sand dune habitats, and they can form in two different ways. This could be where a new dune ridge forms in front of a low-lying area that is cut off from the sea. Dune slacks are also formed when the wind erodes away the sand, forming a depression, which results in it dropping in level with the water table, resulting in more freshwater pools being formed. Dune slacks are an essential habitat for many specialist animal and plant species. A good example would be the rare natterjack toad, which uses the pools for breeding. These pools are ephemeral, meaning that they can dry up quite often. This is an advantage for natterjack toads because it reduces the competition with common toads, common frogs and dragonfly larvae. Dragonflies also need these pools for laying their eggs. Round-leaved wintergreen, bee orchids and northern marsh orchids are examples of specialist plant species found in dune slacks. Bee orchids are given this specific name because the pattern of the flower head impersonates a female bee, and it attracts the male bees, and this causes the pollination and fertilisation of the plant to happen and for it to spread across the sand dunes. Coral root orchids are another example of a specialist plant that can be found in sand dune habitats such as dune slacks. And unlike most plants, they cannot undergo photosynthesis because they lack the roots and they lack the leaves to undergo that process. Instead, they have a symbiotic relationship with underground fungi, and this fungi provide nutrients to the plant, letting it create its own food. Like most dune habitats, dune slacks are becoming overgrown with vegetation. And examples of plant species that are usually overgrown in these habitats would include coarse grasses, sedges and creeping willow. An increase in dune slacks causes the pools to dry up quicker, and this has a negative impact on the natterjack toads, which don't just require the pools for breeding, but they also require the bare sand nearby to burrow in and hibernate. Across dune slacks, we have been trying to restore them, and this would include restoring the pools by reducing the amount of overgrown vegetation found in dune slacks, as well as increase the amount of bare sand for species such as natterjack toads to breed and thrive.